Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jalip tribe, and we're here admiring the newest additions to the family tree, and they are a very interesting mix of genetics. So I got very excited last time because we actually ended up with our very first fanged child born on the islands. Adam was the last fanged creature we had, and finally, years later, a new child has been born named Vanro, and I'm pretty sure we have a Vanro here. I'm pretty sure we have a Vanro over here somewhere. We've got a lot of Vanros, so now we have another little Vanro, and this little Vanro is born from the Cookie Tree tribe line, and also happens to have the fangs. Oh, we got really up close and personal there with you, Vanro. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're looking at the fangs on this creature, so I'm very excited that not only does he have the kind of brown coloring that we're sort of going for on keeping the cookie line going. I don't know why I want the brown in the spots, but I just think it's awesome to be able to represent Niece when she used to be here and when we used to have Chocolate Chip here with us. So I'm really excited to see that, but I know it's more important to be focusing on their immunity genetics and the fact that we are going to be moving islands pretty soon. If not today, then definitely next time, because we have almost nowhere left to explore and just a little bit left to gather. So yeah, we're going to be gathering from all of our berry bushes. We are going to be attacking the predator that is lurking in this bit of grass right here. And we're going to start sorting through our various creatures to see who we can take over to the next island. And a lot of you guys have given me some great hints, even though I'm trying not to read too much because I do like to sort of play the game at my own pace, and I really like to kind of make my own mistakes and learn from them and have my own angle of going at things without spoiling it for me. But I very much appreciate those of you who have told me to try to have anywhere from, some people say as low as 50, some people say as much as 250 food before we go, and to take over, I think you can have 8 creatures with you. So we want to take 8 creatures, and you can take pregnant females. So we might take a lot of pregnant females and just a couple, maybe 3 or 4 males, to see what it's going to be like. I haven't been across the island yet, and I am so excited to be able to migrate to it. So we've got little Vanro here. He really does. A lot of you guys were like calling him, oh, it was tiramisu. Someone said tiramisu, and I love it. So we're going to call this little one tiramisu because somehow he just reminds me of like coffee tiramisu, and I think it's perfect for him. So he's going to be our little tiramisu, born of the cookie line. And then down here he has a cousin named Kiro, and Kiro is actually an excellent collector. I'm very excited about that. We have Anara being bred with Vanku over here, I think. And I don't think, no, not Vanku. It was someone else. I had Anara and I had her breed with, maybe was it Vankirvan? No, I think it was Taravan. I can't remember. And this is why we need a family tree. I actually have a very bad memory, so I could really use a family tree, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And then over here, the father of little Vanro, I believe, is actually Vanku. So I believe Vanku may be the father, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, I don't know. Darn it, you guys. I am so sorry. I know for many of you, it's going to be very obvious who the father was, but I don't remember. Was it Duke? I don't think so. All right. Well, we're just going to, dang it. And we have like a really good lineup of genetics too. I think it may have been Vanro. I think he was kind of working over with his mate, kind of working over here because he is from the cookie line. And I think Vanku I was actually inviting over here because he's sickly and I don't want to try to pass those traits on. And I was thinking about maybe breeding him with Kosi, and Kosi is actually born from the cookie line, so we need to change her gems to being blue so I can try to keep track of all of that. In fact, let's go through any of the current babies over here. This little one, Duktata, is actually of the cookie line, but he's kind of inherited more of this side of the family tree. So we'll leave him with his green dots. And let me see. I just want to make sure that Vanro's parents are lined up just right. So we'll move Kosi over, and I need to send somebody over to fight this creature. So who is pretty strong? Tavan is actually very strong. And Tavan, it turns out, yeah, we'll send him over. He's a good fighter. And to Dukta, I might send over as well. Tarlvan maybe could go over. Tarlvan has always wanted a mate. I think I may have bred him with Anara. I'm not sure who I bred Anara with. I'm sorry, Anara. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Vanku. Or maybe it was the immunity H. I remember now. And I was desperate and we sent them sprawling over here. I remember. Okay. It's starting to come back to me very slowly. And he has normal eyes. Oh, he's so perfect and healthy and wonderful. I love little Kiro. We're definitely going to have to keep him around for a long time. All right, but we need to send over some fighters to take care of that predator. And let me go ahead and change little new Van Duke's gyms so that they all match. And then you are born of the cookie line, but I don't know if we'll keep him. We might start making the creatures who I am pretty sure I want to take with us. We might start changing their gyms to a certain color when that time comes. So that would be a good idea. Changing the gym colors is a really, really useful trait. So let's go over and have Tavan come down here and he can become one of our main fighters. Oh, I didn't want him to be exposed. I kind of moved him too much. And then Taravan can come over. Dang it, Taravan. You were supposed to come over. I didn't know that there was a cliff there and that slowed him down. He was supposed to come over and help fight, but now we're just going to have this issue. Rossi can't fight at all. Neither can Vanku. So I'm sorry, Taravan. I did not mean for that to happen to you. Do I have any other decent fighters? I do not. Look at this. We have a lot of gentle creatures. Vantha is a good fighter, but he is needed to continue breeding with his mate because I believe he carries the immunity I gene. And we were trying very, very hard to pass the immunity I gene down. He has a new daughter, I believe. Yeah, a new daughter who's pretty good at picking berries and okay at movement. She's clean bill of health across the board. She doesn't have blind eyes. She doesn't have the no paw, and she has good immunity. But I still need that eye gene. I don't think we've passed it down except to Rihanna Nako, and that would be kind of interesting if we had to keep a blind creature with us so we could try to carry with the eye gene. So, I'm gonna have to think about that. And then Anala might actually bear some healthy children. So I'm going to move her over here and she's going to mate with him because she might actually have a healthy child or two, even though, let's see. And then Lana, yeah, your genes are completely different. Oh, Duknu also has the H gene. Oh, there's so many options. But I think we had him breed with Ana Lala. So yeah, this is getting very, very interesting and very complicated. It would be interesting and helpful if there was a way, probably just by sorting my creatures better, to sort everybody and make sure I wasn't breeding some when I didn't want to. All right, let's gather up those berries. I'm really so sorry, Tavan. I did not mean to get you kind of in a bit of a pickle there. And then I'll move Vanro over here, and I'm going to have him actually explore that area, and I'll move Kosi, his mate, over here. And just have her wait there. You can pick some berries. Is this also Kosi? We have two Kosis! No wonder I get so confused, you guys. So in the future, I'm going to work really hard at just trying to keep my creatures sort of physically separated. Because when they're repeating names so often, it makes so much sense that I'm just getting myself totally confused. Alright, I'm going to move him over here. And then Rossi, I'm going to let her go ahead and collect up all these berries because we need to gather up as much food as we possibly can. And then I'm going to move little Nukia here and he can gather up some food. Oh, no. Hey, well, you could gather up food, I guess. All right. And then I'm going to move Anara and she's going to become pregnant with Vanku's child because we had this amazing baby. I really want to see what kind of sibling he would have. All right, and then Lari, who does have no paw, and so does Anara, unfortunately does run in this tribe pretty heavily over on this side of the family tree. It's interesting, we have no paw for the cookie family tree. Do you guys notice that? We have a lot of no paws. You can see them tucked around. A few creatures actually have no paw as their secondary, which are the crippled paws, so we need to be very, very careful about that. But then over here on this side of the island, we have the blind eyes. So we have Kirokir, who a lot of you guys have nicknamed Jay Feather, which I think is pretty hilarious from the Warrior Cat series. And then we also have this little beauty, Ryanako. And the thing is, I think they're both very lovely. There's something actually quite stunning about the blind eyes. So if we ever got to the point where we started playing with more complex story layers, then I might try to purposely keep at least one, say like in a really important spot next to where there's the most berry bushes or something like that. That could be very interesting, but we're not playing with those components just yet, so don't worry. And then this Ana, because we have two, is actually getting ready to pass away, so I'm gonna let her just feed on all of the berries that she possibly wants. Oh, and her brother Tanuta is going to pass away too. That's kind of sad. I'm gonna move Kirokir down here then, and he will keep an eye on things with his brother, so his half brother Dukdukro we have right here. I think we have another Dukdukro too. There's so many where the names repeat. It'll be interesting if we can change their names one day. And then Vanuro down here is a really good fighter. Maybe he has heard rumor, you guys. He has heard rumor, even though he is so sickly, of a predator that is waging battle on the other side of the island. And I'm going to say he's run away from his mother, Rilera, even though she would try to keep him here and keep him safe. That's the other side of the island. And even though it's her family, like, she would want her son to be safe or something like that. Or maybe she kicks him out because he was staying too close to the nest and she wants the nest area. Who knows? And then we have New Van Duke, who's actually, he's pretty good at fighting. He's not terrible at it. It'd probably be better to send him over here, if nothing else. The predator's probably going to be taken care of just fine, so I'm probably just wasting food, sending everybody back and forth. But let's go ahead and gather these. It's just an interesting perspective on it. And then let's move this. And then Larela here had a little Kolami. And she actually has the I gene. Yes. Okay, so we are passing on the I gene. Now let's see if we can grab the H gene as well. We have the G gene. So Kalami, you are quite helpful, my dear. If you would like to just go ahead and scooch up here. We're going to move Lorela out of the way. I think she actually may have bred with Vanta to get that I gene. So let's see if we can get the H gene. And let's go ahead and pop Anaala, this Anaala. Analala even over here, and we'll have to see what this child of hers looks like. I really love this daughter of hers named Lala. I just think it's very sad that Lala actually ended up with bad immunity genetics and one no paw. But she's really precious. She's just so pretty. But the coloration is actually something we can mess around with in the mutation menu in the future. So better to focus on some other things rather than use up all of our breeding for coloration, when the thing that we really need to be focusing on breeding is, of course, the immunity gene, since we can't carry those, and a couple other traits, just a few of the other recessive traits. All right. So that's probably enough of that. Tudukta is about to pass away. He's getting a little bit older. And then this Vonro, he's actually our explorer. So I'm going to send him over to sit next to this patch of grass. And he's going to explore the second to last patch of grass. And we're going to have Tudukta come over and gather up all these berries. So we're at 82 food, you guys. 82 food. Lala is gathering up this. We've got a little bit more food over here. Hopefully we'll be able to take out the predator in just a second, and then we'll have Lari shake the tree, because Lari can at the very least shake the tree, and they can gather up the berries that fall down as a result. Alright, so there's all of that, and let's see how we face in the final battle for the final area, exploring the island, trying to face down everybody. Oh, and let's see, I can't get this little guy out of the nest yet. Okay, so yeah, I have to wait to move the babies out of the nest. So let's see what happens. I'm so sorry, buddy. I am so sorry. Tavan. Oh, he took so much damage. He took so much damage. Oh, but he did it. He did it, you guys. He managed to get all of it. I am so proud of you, Tavan. Oh, you earned your stripes there, buddy. You earned your stripes, and you do have a lot of strength, so I will try breeding you up. Maybe to Kosi? Do they have, like, complementary immunity? Dang it. A little bit too similar. I'll find you a mate who doesn't have immunity that matches yours so strongly. I swear. I'm sure there's one in here somewhere. She matches. Tavan, you could possibly breed with Kosi. We might make that happen, but Kosi has pretty babies with Vonro. So now Vonro Jr., aka Tiramisu, can go ahead and we'll scoot him over here, move his mother into the nest. We'll have our little scout do a bit of exploring over here, and then I'll move him down here so he can finish exploring this area as well. Rasi can also help with exploring over here too. And then little Kiro, I really like him. He's just very, very pretty colors. He just looks awesome. Little Kiro, I'll go ahead and move him. He can move over here for now. And then move his pregnant mother into the nest. We'll gather up some berries, gather up some more berries. And then we did have a couple deaths right here. How sad. Oh, and he can't see. He can't see because it's outside of his pack's range. So we'll move his little brother over, and his little brother will be able to help him out. So Dukro, he's using his sight to let his older brother know where to do the hunting. Who are you? You're so cute. Who is this? Who are you, Rila? Rila, you're beautiful. You know what would be really exciting? If we ended up with another child named Mies. Then it would definitely be the return of Chocolate Chip. Oh, that would be really fun. But we finally have a female born to Rilala. How fun that she has a daughter named after her named Rila. I love that. And look, she's healthy across the board. Normal eyesight, berry paw, immunity A and B. And she's got some good collecting skills. Oh, she might be able to go to the new island. It feels like a really intense decision to have to decide, are you going to the new island or are you staying? Are you going to be left behind or will you be joining the pack in the new lands? It's very, very hard to pick, but I'm really glad that we actually have Rilara's daughter, Rila, to kind of take after her. So that makes me really happy. All right, so we've got that little one. And we have a new birth over here as well. Taduk. Darn, he doesn't really have anything that we're really after. He's a sweetie. He's got healthy immunity, but he has no paw. He's got healthy eyesight at least, but his skills are so low. So darn, that's just not a very good pairing, it seems. So let's see. I'm going to get Anala out of the way. And I think I had her breed with Duknu last time because I'm trying to get that immunity H gene. So we're going to have to try again. There's just no help in it. And then we're going to move Rikoko. I'll just move her like way over here for a second. And let's get Lana into the nest. She's big and pregnant. Oh, and we also have Anala in over here. I need more nests. Good grief. And let's see. Let's gather up some berries. And we'll have to wait for the baby to get out of the nest. It makes me miss the Hoshina tribe and the way that we were able to like have that cluster of 5 nests and we just bounced between it. That made it really easy to have true baby booms. All right, let's come over and gather these up. There we go. And I'll send over this little guy, Nuvanduk. And he's actually a pretty good attacker. This Vonro I'm keeping like right next to his mate, so I don't want him to get too separated from his mate. But this Tarovan, unfortunately, I've just never really found a mate for him, I think. But he does carry no paw and blind eye, so that's probably okay. And I'll just go ahead and have him do a little exploring right here. And then Anara, I'll go ahead and let Anara do a little exploring too. Just because she has no paw doesn't mean she can't do anything. And she would be very adamant about that, I imagine. And we'll go ahead and collect these pieces up. All right, she's going to have her next baby. Good. All right. I think that's all of the food that we can currently reach too. Though let's send Rianako over here. She has great movement, so she really can move. I kind of want to keep her, or even keep Kirokir, because even though they're blind, they have fantastic movement. They really do, and it would be sort of fun, like I said, story-wise, to just try to keep one isolated little line that does have blind eyes. And they are a male and female, so they actually could have blind children, and that might be really an interesting extra little side challenge to add in. Not something that you guys would be happy with, I think, though. I can hear the yelling already. All right, so we've got a few of you guys on the nest, ready to have a new baby. I'm really excited about new little Rayla. I have to say, she's really a charmer. And I'm just glad to have that line, because Rilara reminds me so much of Mies/Chocolate Chip. I'm just glad to see her line continue on. So let's see what's happening over in this nest with Vanro having another child. So little Vanro, you're about to get a sibling. Also, I need to change your color to blue. There we go. And then your color to blue too. It's hard to keep track of all of them. All right, and what do we have? Oh, it's a little girl, Lako. Oh, she's so cute. Ah, yes, and she has immunity eye. Huzzah. So unfortunately, she has one blind eye recessive, but she has the harder to snag immunities, and she has got berry paw. so she doesn't have no paw, and she's pretty top tier healthy across the board. So that's more what we're looking for. At least 3 in berry collecting and 3 in attack, I think is decent to ask of our creatures at this phase in the game. And then this Kosi, I was planning on breeding maybe with Vonku. Vonku could try to pass on some of his abilities because he's a good berry picker. But I mean, even if we added more berry picking, their children would only have 5. How have I gotten up to like 5 berry, or their children would only have 4 berry picking, I think. How have I managed to get to 5 berry picking before? I can't remember. I did though. I remember having a creature who had 5 berry picking. Was that just like a lucky extra boost? How would you get 5 berry picking, you guys? I can't remember. Alright, I might have this Vonku go ahead and have a mate in Kosi. But I do have a lot of... Ooh, who are you? Von! I like your look, buddy. Immunity D and I. So we have some luck with those I immunity genes. Wonderful. And now we just have to get the H immunity genes hopefully showing up. Lorela, are you going to die the same moment you give birth? Oh my gosh, that's going to be so dramatically sad. Hang in there. Duke New is just trying so hard to have a child that can pass on this immunity H gene. I don't know where else we may have it. I think over here. Oh, that's right. Over here. You guys! Is this a sign? Is this a sign of the challenges of the new island that we have so many children suddenly born with fangs? This is interesting. We're suddenly becoming like tree climbing fanged squirrels. Because this is the tree climbing branch of the family. And he has the H immunity gene. Yes. Ah, clean bill of health across the board. Duke Rovan. So he's not only got the collecting, he's got strength and venomous. And I think that just shot him almost straight up to the very tippy top of most wanted genetics in our tribe. Vonro, in fact, I think he actually outperforms Vonro over there, except Vonro, yeah, look at that. Vonro's a tiny bit faster, but I think Duke Rovan is, other than the fact that he is lacking spots, I think he's really got some of what we want, you guys. That would be pretty exciting to see. Wonderful. All right. So Kiro, you're still adorable. Don't worry. And so what I think we're going to do next time, you guys, is we're going to go through and we are going to pick the creatures we are going to take with us. And oh my gosh, I don't know. I kind of feel like having these stormy-eyed Seers come with us. Don't you think they look kind of cool? Ah, that's really up close. Hello, you've got a beautiful muzzle. But don't you think they look kind of cool? I kind of want to take the stormy-eyed Seers and let them join us on the new island. And if they had a child, it would definitely be a blind child too. So, I think I might do that. Just as my own little story to kind of add to things. But all right, you guys, next time we're going to have to settle in and start collecting up a lot more food. A lot of people say 200 food at the very least. You don't want to go with any less. So it might be where we'll have a lot of moves going a lot faster because we will be turning our focus to just letting, okay, let's finish. We did it. We just explored every single piece. Oh, and there's a bunny. There's a bunny. Get it. Come on, get the bunny! Yes, we got the bunny. I am so proud of you. Duke Ro, though, I wonder if he'd feel guilty because he just left his brother and his blind distant cousin. Oh, they're both blind, all alone by the cliffside. So I wonder, you guys. I think that would be, I don't know, I think that would be kind of interesting. Stormy-eyed Seers. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that idea. I think it's pretty cool. I think we'll do it. But yeah, we'll gather up some food and we'll get ready. So I need to start picking who I want to take. And this is going to be really, really hard. We've invested so much in this clan. And having to pick out who is going to go and who's going to stay. I'll just start with the diversity of immunity genetics and the lack of the more debilitating genes. Other than the fact I think we'll take one child from these two who might have blind eye, just perhaps. Or perhaps a pregnant female with blind eye. And then we'll have to pick who goes across and gather up food to get ready for the journey. So we'll prepare for the journey to the new island next time, and I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.